Hi gang, it's Krillin. We're just gonna have a nice casual little editing stream here. Lots of Buu Beans ask us, how do we make our videos? And today I thought I'd get this short little stream here going to show you how we edit a typical reaction video. And this video is not a surprise, it's already been announced on the community tab. And so anybody who watches this stream is not gonna be spoiled. It's already been announced, so nothing new here. And it's not really long, so it's only gonna take like maybe an hour or so to edit this thing. And I'm just gonna walk you through all the steps and show you how it works in case you're interested in using Shotcut or, starting your own YouTube channel. There are a lot of other editing softwares out there, but they basically all do the same thing. And Shotcut is a really great one to choose because it's free, it doesn't have a watermark, and it basically functions in the same way as all those other professional ones that people pay lots of money for. And there's no paywall, so it comes with everything that it can do right out the gate, and you don't have to pay anything extra to unlock any features. And so it's been pretty useful so far, and the quality of the video seems okay as far as I can tell. I watch a lot of reaction channels and other similar content on YouTube, and it all seems to look pretty similar to what we've got going on here at BuuTube. Alright. Just making sure I'm still recording here. Yes, we are. Alright, that's good. So the first thing we need to do is go to this box here that says New Project, and we're going to type in a name. Alright, and this video is going to be called Cell React Cell versus Android 16. And then we just click Start. And the next step is to go to Open File, and we're going to retrieve all of the parts of the video that we need first. Typically what happens here is it will open up this section called YouTube Videos in my computer, which has all of my project files saved here, and anything that I've recorded from OBS instantly gets saved to this folder as well, which is something I set up behind the scenes. It prompts you to do that in OBS. You determine the folder yourself every time before you record for the first time. And anything that I've just recorded should be here. It doesn't have a good name, and it's got a bunch of dates and timestamps on it. And after I've finished recording something, and I decide that it's good and I like it, I rename it so that I can find it easily later, but I don't delete the date. That's very important, because if you just give it a random name, it could show up anywhere in this folder. I've done that before. I changed the name to something that I was gonna call it later, and then it got lost in here and I couldn't find it. And I completely forgot that I even recorded it, and almost recorded it a second time. So, what I do is I give it a name, but I leave the date on it, and here you can see I've already recorded the raw video here. Cell React Cell versus 16. And the date is right here, okay? In case you're wondering, in my time zone, it is still yesterday. Alright? And you can see that this screen is the same as this one, and this one, because I recorded it several times. A couple times I made a mistake within several seconds of starting the video, and I just said, screw it, I'm starting over. And that's totally fine. And the whole video itself is only like a minute and 40 seconds long. So I felt like if I couldn't get into my intro or get through my intro without making mistakes, I'm just gonna start over. And that's what I did, and I did that about 5 times. So here's the video we want, but I have other elements that I need to click as well. Alright, so I'm gonna scroll down here and find my outro, my intro, which is made by Pan. I've probably told you that several times before, but in case you're new or you've never heard it, Z-Squad VA Pan made my intro for me. And one of the reasons why I'm so interested in telling everyone about Shotcut is because she uses, what's that called? Kind something. KineMaster? Yeah, KineMaster, something like that. Or KeyMaster, or however you pronounce it. And that leaves a great big watermark. But I was able to use Shotcut to overlay some things into the raw video file she sent me and cover up some of the watermarks. So, Shotcut has all these nice little features, and I'm going to show you how to use some of them so you can do the same thing. Let's see. Yes. I made a little announcement about my community tab, and I recorded it with OBS, and I'm gonna plug it into the video later, and that's right here. And what else do I need? Here's my subscribe button animation. Everybody should get a subscribe button animation, because a lot of viewers don't even know how to subscribe. You think that sounds silly, but there's a lot of people, especially some older people or younger people or people who are literally just using the internet for the first time, that don't know or don't understand how to subscribe. And this little animatic makes it real simple. It's you've seen it before. I use the same one as Bulma Bunny from who's currently making videos regularly on Tails and Sonic Pals. So if you miss Bulma Bunny, stop pestering her and go watch her videos on Tails and Sonic Pals. Even if you don't like Sonic, she's really funny. She does great work, and she's uploading things every week. So please stop giving Bulma Bunny a hard time. For real. Here's my sponsor video. I've been sponsored since, I think, November. Nobody has bought anything from my sponsor video, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, BuuTube is sponsored. It doesn't matter. No one's clicking on the link. No one's buying anything. I haven't gotten any money. It's fine. I was just happy to be offered the deal. And I think that's it. So those are all the video parts that I'm gonna need for this one. Got my intro, my outro, and all my extra little bits. And then I click OK. And they all appear over here in the playlist. Okay? And the first thing I like to do is get the actual video. This is the community tab. Here it is. And I'm gonna pull this down here. And the first thing I do is find a teaser somewhere in the middle of the video that I think is really funny, and I put it at the beginning. So, what am I gonna put for my teaser? This is all introduction. Let me skip past all of this introduction.
Genius. And he's a lot stronger now.
No.
16. Show him your new features. Wow, disrespectful. Oh, shit.
What is that?
Same batch you used on Jiggly.
What are you gonna? Oh no!
That looks pretty funny. I'll use that. Just gonna crop that right there. And we crop it by putting the cursor over it and pressing the S button, and then it immediately clips the video right there, and it becomes two parts. Then I'm gonna right click this part and click cut, and it instantly vanishes.
Batch you used on Jiggly.
What are you gonna? Oh,
There's
no.
16
No!
beating the tar out of Perfect Cell, which I like, not gonna lie.
16.
Makes me feel good.
Shallot can hit harder than that.
Ooh, burn! Sorry, Shallot. I'm a fan of Shallot, but on Devil Artemis, they really rip into him. And that's about close enough. I try to make the teaser close to 10 seconds long, and we're just gonna go with this. No big deal. Now, it's not enough to just put this here. First of all, it has to appear properly, like a YouTube video should. It shouldn't just go blink. Here I am. I'm a video. So we go over here and we click on this Filters tab, and then we click on this plus icon, and it gives me all these options. I want the video to fade in, so I'll click Fade In Video, and then I can adjust the length of the duration, okay? It's already set to 1 second, which I think is kind of long for the intro of a video that's only 10 seconds long to begin with. So I'm gonna pull that back down to this much, and that looks good.
Same batch you used on Jiggly.
What are you gonna? Oh no!
Yeah, I really
Stop
like
it.
to start the
No.
teasers with something actiony, something that'll catch you. So you want to, wow, look at that, that's funny. I want to see at what point in the video this takes place. At least I hope that's what everyone's thinking when they see these things. And I'm gonna get a fade out too. If I click this one, it will sort of fade the opacity instead of just fading to black. And I'm gonna reduce the length of this as well. But it didn't work. Okay, sometimes it doesn't work, and I don't know why. If anybody in the comments knows why that function doesn't work, because you're a Shotcut expert, please tell me. But sometimes when I click this, it literally does nothing, and I kind of hate it.
Shallot can hit harder than that.
But fade to black is fine. So we have finished our teaser. Next, I click over here. This is my intro, and I drag my intro over here, and I put it right up against that video clip. All right, so this is what we call one track, Okay, here it says V1. This is a track. I can put as many visual and audio things as I want in this one track, but it's linear. They all have to be right next to each other. So when one stops, the next one can start, and they cannot overlap each other. If I want to put more things and have them play at the same time, I need to click here and add a video track or an audio track. And I end up putting lots and lots of video tracks in a single video sometimes, even for a simple reaction video. In other software, they sometimes call these tracks layers. I'm aware of this. I watch other people edit their videos. Some people have like 18 layers in a single video. I think the most I've ever had is 6 or 7. So, there's my intro, and the intro is pre-edited. It has its own fade in and fade out, you know, how I like it, so I don't need to add anything to it. It's ready to go. Having these pre-made pieces for your videos really reduces time. And next, I'm going to put in my sponsorship video. When I recorded this video, I originally thought of it as being something that I would put in after the initial welcome blurb is finished, and then Buu will just say, before we start the video, let's have a word from our sponsor. And then I only did that once, and every time after that, I put it immediately after the introduction. So what I tend to do is I just click on the edge of the clip here, and I drag it over, and I just get rid of all of that. And I just pull it right over to where I start talking. And if I just click here, you can see, Hey gang, it's me, Krillin, just like that, okay? And it does its own little fade thing, and I don't have to worry about that, and the part with Buu is gone, and it fits right here. Okay?
Hey gang, it's me, Krillin. If you're like me, sometimes life just gets you down, and you really just want to grab the Dragon Radar and go on an adventure to find the Dragon Balls. But what if you don't have a Dragon?
I have played this sponsor video so many times now, and it's not really getting any results, so I'm a little bit worried that it annoys people. So now I've started clipping it down. I just cut out a bunch of stuff in the middle that I think people don't want to hear anymore.
But what if you don't have a Dragon Radar? Well, your buddy Krillin's got you covered. Head on over to www.
There we go. Gotta have this part. I just cut this out. S here, right click here, and cut. Also, the spacebar can stop and start playback at any time.
And you can buy your very own. This is a
BuuTube
limited time
10%,
deal.
don't forget. I can cut this bit out. We don't need this.
Dragon Ball Z figures. That's really cool. And a lot more great stuff just like this.
And clip it again right here. Okay? There we go,
Deal.
just like that.
And you'd really be helping out the channel. So head on over to DragonBallZ-Toys.com right now. Thanks so much. And let's get back to the video.
Yes, let's do that. Let's get right back to the video. So at this point, I have basically finished what I can do with these pieces, and now I have to start uploading image files. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is come over here to open file, and this time I'm gonna go to BuuTube and get out all the images I want. And I'm gonna start with Cell. Get some Cell faces going on in here so Cell can talk. I want all of these where he's standing facing towards the screen, the camera, all right? And let me explain here. You can see these are basically the same image, but with different facial expressions. I don't know if you can see those clearly or not. I've got it to the largest size it can possibly be set to. And the reason for that is so that I can just put them in the same place and make a custom location, and then every time I put another cell, I just set them to the same custom location, and it looks like he hasn't moved. He's just changing his facial expression. And then it appears to, you know, that the character is talking or reacting. If you've only got one image of your character, and you're trying to make a reaction video, it's not gonna look so great. This is Cell's room. I like to do Cell's videos in his own room. So let's upload these first. And this is going to be the background for our video, so I'm going to pull that and put it right here on this video track. So now, when the sponsor video finishes, boom, there's Cell's room. Next, you can see here that there's some, there are a couple black bars on the side. That's because the dimensions of the image are not the same as a typical standard YouTube video, which I believe is 1200 by 800. So we come over here to filters, we click the plus, then we scroll down to size, position, and rotate. I click on this, and it immediately zooms to fit. That's the default option. I could do a lot of other things with it, but this is good enough for me. I'm just gonna set it like this. I can click into this drop box and make it move if I want to. I don't want to, okay? And there's a lot more options here we can talk about later. I can change the size and position manually, and I can rotate it and all that stuff. None of that's important right now. Let's come back down here. I'm gonna stretch this guy out. And now we've reached the point in the video where I need to add another track, or layer, as they call it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put several of these at once because I'm afraid I may need them. At least I need 2 right now. Alright. Next, let's come back here to the playlist tab, and now I've got my background here, and whatever you want to be all the way in the back of the scene, it needs to be on the lowest track. It took me forever to figure this out. I couldn't find a tutorial video that would tell me what I needed to know. I just had to fool around with it myself. Basically, if you want an image to be the background, it has to be the lowest track in your layers, okay? Next, I'm gonna come up here and get this video out. I'm gonna drop this down here, and I will clip the stuff out of it myself right now, because I totally know how to do that without screwing everything else up. I swear I do. Okay. Clip this right here. Lift you out of there.
You're watching.
Yep, there's Cell. That's his sweet, lovely voice that we all love to hear. It looks okay to me. And let's jump back here to the end. Trim the end off of there. Get rid of this. S, click, and X can cut things. If I don't want to right click and press cut, I can also just click X. I try to be careful with that though, and only use it when I'm sure that my actions are not going to result in accidentally cutting something that I want. Because that happens sometimes. If you've got multiple layers or tracks stacked on top of each other, and you try to cut something out of one, Shotcut will automatically cut everything from the row, from all of the tracks parallel to it. And so you could accidentally cut out something really important. You gotta be careful with that. Well, I'm gonna do a quick run through of this raw video because I think I may have forgotten to edit it before I started the stream, which is fine. You can see how I do that too. Let's play this.
You're watching Television. Thanks for tuning in.
You're welcome.
At long last, I am in perfect cell.
Ooh,
Back with another
gives you
video.
chills.
Sorry,
Got
it's
them
been a couple
goosebumps.
months. Hope you enjoyed my gameplay videos in the meantime. If you missed them, you can find them in the info card in the upper right corner of the screen.
That's right here.
Go watch them.
Yep, and then I scared myself, so I forgot to continue talking. I'm just gonna leave a decent little space here and clip this out. Let's go.
Them. If you like our videos, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
And don't
Clip, clip. Click on this, hit that X.
and don't forget to follow us on Twitter.
I'm gonna go ahead and move this stuff back into the position it's supposed to be before I forget. And then I suddenly have a lot of clips that I've gotta move. Normally, I will edit this out first and make it a pre-compiled video that I can just upload into this playlist, and then I don't have to worry about dragging all this stuff over, but I forgot this time. My bad.
/BuuTube_YT.
Gotta get those plugs in.
Since reaching 1,000 subscribers, BuuTube
Might have taken a breath here or something. I don't know why there's such a long space there, but it's gotta go.
BuuTube has unlocked the community tab. Since then, we've posted announcements nearly every day. Be sure to follow our community tab for the latest news and announcements from BuuTube. Today, we're reacting to another video from Devil Artemis, one of our favorite content creators.
Alright, so I've just remembered something. I'm doing all this editing of this video here, and if I wait until I've finished editing it and then try to resize the video, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. But I'm gonna teach you a neat little shortcut to solve that problem and nip it in the bud so it doesn't come back to haunt me later. We're gonna go into filters, press the plus, and go to size, position, and rotate. It's already the same size as the screen because I recorded it full screen. And now I'm gonna grab this sucker, alright, and I'm gonna pull this down to the size that I want. That way you can see Cell's nice little underground laboratory hideout room in the background. There's his little incubation pod, and the video looks real cool. And now we're gonna go to preset and click this plus, and I'm gonna call this 6, just in case I need some more presets 1 through 5 later on for Cell that are more important and get used more often. And I'm gonna call this 6, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for all of these clips that I just made, and I'm just gonna automatically set them to 6, and they should all be exactly the same. 6, 6, 6, 6. Gonna go ahead and save now, because I'm pretty sure I haven't done that in a while. And 6. And we are caught up. And that only took a couple seconds to you know, dig myself out of that little hole that I dug. Alright, and let's continue.
We're reacting to another video from Devil Artemis, one of our favorite content creators.
That's very true.
This one's called
Gonna get rid of an empty space here that I don't like.
This one's called Perfect Cell versus Android 16.
Yeah, we're not fans of Perfect Cell here.
Harpoon.
Big long break here that I don't need.
Normally, I'd say 16 doesn't stand a chance against Cell, especially after what Bulma did to him. But knowing Devil Artemis content, I really have no idea. I have to say I'm a little...
There's a mistake. I snap my fingers to let myself know where the mistakes are so I can find it in the editing. That's a habit left over from being a voice actor. It doesn't help me very much in a video, because the waveforms are too small to notice.
I have to say I'm a little split by my feelings on this. On the one hand, I hate Perfect Cell.
Same.
On the other hand, he's me. So I really don't know.
Alright, cut out some of this extra space.
Really don't know what's gonna happen. Oh right, before I forget. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to...
There's another mistake. I did not snap my fingers this time.
Be sure to subscribe to Z Squad VA Pan,
Shameless plug. Gotta shout out your friends.
a fellow Dragon Ball YouTuber.
This is all fine.
In the beginning of his channel.
Gonna cut out some empty space here.
Be sure to check her out, or you'll regret it.
You will. Cell gonna get you.
Regret it. And without further ado, let's get into the reaction, shall we?
Alright, so typically at this point of the video, I will change the size of the reaction box so it's easier for everyone to see what's happening in the video. Once I do that, it's just a matter of resizing the clip after that. I wait until the play button is pressed and then I resize. No problem. Boink. And that looks good enough for me. Now, as you can see, we've gone all the way into the first 3 minutes of this video. And all that other stuff before has just kind of gotten lost back there somewhere around the 1 minute mark. And we can't see it anymore. I could just scroll back and forth like this, or I can use this bar here to zoom out. And if I zoom out far enough, I can see it. Which is helpful because I don't have to pull back and forth all the time. I can come right back here. This is my background image, like we said before. And I can just stretch this puppy out all the way to the end. Okay? Because I'm not going to change that. It's going to stay like that the whole way. And as far as I know, once the video starts, I'm not cutting anything else out. As far as I can recall. So I don't have to worry about cutting things and accidentally clipping something. It's all going to be fine from after the reaction starts. It's just that welcome blurb at the beginning that I've got to clip some empty space out. Before I get excited and head on back over there and put cell in and stuff, let me add a couple things. First of all, this needs to fade in, and I want the background to fade in for 2 seconds. And if possible, I'd like it to work this way. I don't know if it will. We're gonna have to test it. And the same for you. Fade in video, 2 seconds. Alright, that's how I like that. Let's see if it worked.
So much! And let's get back to the video!
You're watching.
That did not look super effective. Huh? Pokemon joke. Ba-dumts. Let's see what's going on here.
Video!
You're watching.
No, that did not work. So, gonna have to fix it. What if I do that?
You're watching.
Close enough. I'll go with that. Now we're gonna come over here to the playlist, and it's time to put Cell in the video. Which one do I want? Not this one. Yeah, this is good. Let's just drag this guy right down here. If I double click these pictures here, they will appear on the screen alone, and then I can get a close-up view of which one they are. And here you can see all the different faces. Surprised, angry, kind of proudish. What's this? This is the standard smile, and this is the blah blah face, as I call it. Okay, so we're gonna put this one here. And to start with, I think he can just stand in the middle of the screen. That's fine. Let's just put him here. And he can just stand there and be creepy. We gotta fade him in. And I'm gonna leave this as 1 second. I always let the person fade in faster than the background, because he's the focus. Let's see how it looks.
Oh.
You're watching television.
Nice.
Thanks for tuning in.
Cool.
At long last, I am in perfect cell. Back with another reaction video.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna leave him there like that, and we're gonna get the generic smile and put that down here now, so he's not just doing the whole thing, the same face for the whole welcome. And like I said before, yeah, I'm just gonna leave this here like this. No need to add anything right now. Fade in, all that works.
A reaction video. Sorry, it's been a couple months.
Yeah. You love to hear yourself talk, I know.
Hope you enjoyed my gameplay videos in the meantime. If you missed them, you can find them in the info card in the upper right corner of the screen. Go watch them.
Aha! So, he made himself a nice little angry sound right there. And I'm going to represent that with an expression. So let's select cell, clip here, a little bit more, clip here. Then we're gonna right click this, and we're gonna click lift. Because if we click cut, like I said before, everything in the layers or tracks underneath that will also get cut, including the line where he says, and you'll regret it. So, lift. That will just get rid of this part. Let's find that angry face. Was it this one? No. This one? Yes. And in order to put this in here, I need another track. Surprise, surprise. So here I click another track, and now I can drag him right down into this track here, right over the spot where I want, and then resize this to fit in the hole that I've just made, and then drag it down. And he should be in the same location, making a new face. Let's see how it looks.
Go watch them.
Nice! He did the thing! Okay, cool.
You like our video? Hit the
Alright, now at this point, I'm gonna move him. Because the subscribe button is gonna appear, and so I'm gonna move him over to the side. And this is how we do that. Size, position, and rotate. He's gonna automatically jump over here, but that's not where I like him to go. I like him to be over here. And I'm gonna put him here where I want him. And I'm gonna make a preset of it. We're gonna call this 1 because it's the first one I'm doing. Technically it's not, but bear with me. And I think I'd like him to, instead of just jump there, like this, boop, he jumped, I'd like him to fade over there. So I'm gonna click on this on the edge, and I'm gonna start pulling it. And then I'm gonna pull it right over here into the other one. Ah! And it automatically makes a fade effect if I pull it over here and line it up with this one. And let's see how that looks.
like our videos. Hit the subscribe.
Yeah, he faded over there. Cool. All right, so just when he says subscribe button, I'm gonna pull this subscribe animation in here. And I'm gonna put it right here where he starts to talk about subscribing. All right. Whoa, look at that, it's green. Oh no, what are we gonna do about that? Can't see anything. Whoa. Click filter, click plus. Then we're gonna click on this thing called chroma key. And I've already got it set up to remove this color green. So poof, just like that, green screen is gone, and we've got this beautiful little subscribe button here. However, I don't like it in the middle of the screen. Click subscribed and notification bell. This is the maximum size of the animation. So now that I'm at this point in the clip, I'm gonna do the size, position, and rotate thing, and I'm gonna move it somewhere else where I'd rather it be. And in this particular situation, I'm gonna go with right here, near cell space, because I think that's what everyone's looking at. Okay? I also want it to fade out when it's done. And it makes a cute little bell noise and a click sound. I like that. Sometimes I leave it in, sometimes I mute it. If you wanted to mute it, you'd click plus and come down here to mute. Okay? Some of these I have set shortcuts to. It says favorite here. If you're looking for an audio effect, you click audio. If you're looking for a video effect, you click video, and then you scroll down. There's loads and loads of them. But I favorited my favorite ones, and that makes them easier to use. It's like a shortcut.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter.
Okay. I'm gonna pull this back over here, because he's done talking about subscribing, and now he wants to talk about Twitter. I forgot to get the Twitter text, so I'm gonna scroll down here. I want two things, actually. There's all my Majin Buu pictures. See link below. We need that. And we need the Twitter thing. Gotta have that Twitter thing. Where is the Twitter? Here's the Twitter. I'm gonna drag this right over here and just drop it right here. And there it appears right in front of everything. I hate it there. Filters, plus, size, position, and rotate. And I'm actually gonna make it do something fun. I'm gonna come here to preset, and I'm gonna click slide in from top. And it just slides in. Well, it immediately transforms into this tiny little thing that nobody can see. You fix that by coming down here to size mode, and instead of clicking fit, you click fill. And there it is, back the way it was before. And at about this point in the duration, it has come down to the middle. I don't want it to stop in the middle. I want it to stop at the bottom. Over here we have our position values. This is true zero, okay? It's the middle of both axes. I'm sorry, you need to know a little bit about geometry and math in order to edit a video. Oh no. So we've got an x-axis and a y-axis. I won't bore you with the details, but basically, I want it to be 0 on this axis so it stays centered, but I want it to be at the bottom of the other axis, so I'm gonna start typing in numbers until it gets down where I want. 500 is not quite there, so I'll change it to 550. And that didn't work either, so I'm just gonna try 570. I think we can do even better than that. How about 80? Yes, I like 580. So now I've input 580 into this position value, and it jumps down here to where I want it to be. I'm gonna go ahead and click fade in and make it shorter because that's kind of a short image anyway. And fade out. And let's see how that looks. Drag this over here because I'm pretty sure this is where he stops talking about Twitter. Ding-a-ling!
Follow us on Twitter. Twitter.com/BuuTube_YT.
There you go. It worked.
Since reaching 1,000 subscribers, BuuTube.
And at this point, he starts talking about the community tab. And I've got a video here about the community tab. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that right in here with him. It's only several seconds long, but it's too big. I don't want it to be that big. So we gotta change the size. I kinda wanna get rid of some of this extra fluff. That's all unnecessary. So I'm coming back in here to filters, and I'm gonna click crop. And you crop this just like you do a photo. I'm gonna start with left, and get rid of all that stuff that I'm subscribed to. Not that I don't want you to know, I just think it's taking up too much space in the video. I'm gonna get rid of the top too, so you only see the channel banner. That looks nice. Take off the scroll bar on the right. Is that the scroll bar? Yeah, it looks like. And the bottom, you do not need to see my toolbar. Okay, just like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then we're gonna resize this to fit into the screen, so it can be in front of cell. That's fine, but I don't want it to fill up the entire screen. You gotta be able to see cell, even if his arm is covered or something. Okay, let's see how this looks and how long it lasts.
BuuTube has unlocked the community tab. Since then, we've posted announcements nearly every day. Be sure to follow our community.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. I want it right there. Let's try this again from here.
Since reaching 1,000 subscribers.
Yep, there we go. That fits much better.
Has unlocked the community tab.
Yeah, okay. Now the video is in sync with what he's talking about.
Every day. Be sure to follow our community tab for the latest news and announcements from BuuTube. Today.
Oh, cell disappeared. Gotta pull this back out.
We're reacting to another video from Devil Artemis. One of our favorite content creators. This one's called Perfect Cell. Ugh.
All right, and you see there, he's making some more impressions and reactions, and I'm gonna go ahead and change to a different face to reflect that. Right here.
Perfect Cell. Ugh.
Ugh. I feel you, buddy. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just call Cell my buddy? Ooh. I've been doing YouTube too long. Playlists and Cell's faces. Which one do I want? This one, this one, this one, this one. This one's better. Is that what I want? Yeah, let's go with this. Okay. Gonna put this guy right in here. And drag him down here. And now it's in the right place, but you can see I haven't set the location. So, I'm gonna click on this guy, And if you don't click on the clip that you want to add a filter to, and you just go to the filter tab, it says nothing has been selected. So you got to select it first, or after, doesn't matter. And then we go in here, size, position, and rotate, hit this drop box, and choose preset number 1. And poof, he's right over there where he needs to be.
Versus Android 16. Gag me on a harpoon.
Alright, looking good so far. I guess if I'm talking about it, it takes longer than just doing it.
Especially after what Bulma did to him. But knowing Devil Artemis content.
I don't think there's anything else I need to change here.
Split by my feelings on this. Me. So I really don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, right.
And this is the part where I shout out Pan, and I need to put the image, see link below.
Before I forget, be sure to...
Here we go. I'm gonna put it right here where he starts talking about it. Yep, just like that. And I'm not gonna do anything fancy with this one. I'm just gonna drag it down to where I want it to go, and put it down here where everyone can see it. Let it appear and disappear. Forgive me if I'm not repeating the same steps out loud every time. And I like to change the opacity of this because it seems to stand out a little bit too much, and I'd prefer everyone focus more on Cell. So I pull it down to 75% opacity. So you can clearly see that it's there, but it's also not distracting from Cell that much. And I think that's the last thing that I need to put in. I think I've got all of it. Oh yes, I don't have the outro yet. And sometimes I forget that. I actually forgot in a recent video. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that in there right now. And just be absolutely sure that I'm not forgetting it later. And while I'm here, I can do the fade out for this background image right now, because I'm not going to do anything else to the background. I'm just going to let that guy fade out by himself. Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
Be sure to check her out, or you'll regret it.
Yep, okay, there's another one. Gonna go ahead and repeat that process there. Angry Cell. Resize. Drag it into place. And add the position filter. Bada bing, bada boom. We're ready to start the reaction.
Be sure to check her out.
Oops! That's not right. So here I've made a mistake, but it's very easy to fix. I want him to start making this face when he begins screaming. So I click on this image of the screaming Cell face, and I drag the edge over here to where I've put my cursor. And now it's given me a fade, but I don't need that. So I'll just get rid of it. Lift it away, and click on this puppy again. Pull it over to my cursor, and then this one can easily be pulled to match it.
Check her out, or you'll regret it. And without further ado, let's get into the react.
Easy peasy. And right here, where the video changes size, I also want Cell to change size, and we're gonna set a new preset. Okay, let's pull this guy down here. Come on now. There we go. Don't screw with me. Okay? I kind of like his shoulder to just be over the edge of the video. And I do that for most of my character files. Okay? Set a new preset. We're going to call this 2. And then I want the change in size to fade, not to just appear. Okay? Pull it back. Pull it back over here. Make it fade in. I want it to be longer than that. If it's too short, it just sort of instantaneously happens and it's no fun. Do the same thing with this guy. Okay. Very nice.
Payback.
Now, in order to expedite this process, I'm going to zoom out and pull this image of Cell all the way across to the end of the video. Then, I just have to clip out the parts where I want him to make a different face. Alright, and at this point, it should be pretty easy. I just play through the video and clip out the parts where he makes different faces. Let's see.
Sounds like fun.
Sure does. Pow, 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 right to the kisser.
There's the cell ring. Yeah, that was funny.
Okay, there's a laugh. Select Cell.
Yeah, that was funny.
Okay, it was quite short, just to here. Get that sucker out of there. Find laughing Cell face. This is the one. Okay, drag this back over here. Pull it down. And set the size filter. And remember, we just created a new preset called 2, so it'll fit right there.
That was funny.
Come on, Kermit, you had it coming. You've
Totally.
been acting strange all week. Well,
Super
now that's
sus.
the score.
Among Us jokes.
Android 16 and kick your ass.
There's another laugh. You can see by this cursor at the bottom of the screen we're getting very close to the end. This is the part that takes the least amount of time. It's just that part at the beginning where I've got to add all the things that is so time consuming. Basically, after I've finished recording my reaction, I pretty much know how many different faces that I'm gonna need for the reaction itself. I remember when I laughed and when I made a joke and when I was angry or whatever. It's just a matter of getting set up and starting to clip everything. And then it just, once you get started, it's basically done over in a minute.
I've been created for the very purpose of folding perfect cells. I
Yo.
am here to fold.
This is a kind of cool sound, so I want a different face for this.
I am here to fold you.
Fold him.
Shit.
Well, let's go ahead and take this out and get that cool face in there. Okay.
Shit. Kermit, you couldn't have come up with a better idea. Wow.
Yeah, that was a typical Devil Artemis fare.
Disrespectful.
It got a chuckle though, so, you know, good job, I guess. Drag this into place. And then apply the preset. Click, click, click.
Disrespectful. Not impressed, Kermit. There's more.
Honestly, same.
Gun. Predictable. Oh, shit.
What is that? What is that?
Same that. You used on Jiggly.
What are you gonna? Oh, no! Stop it! No!
I'm gonna use 2 different faces for this one. One to here and one for the rest of it. Apply the preset and get the second image. Okay, the cursor is right there and it's causing the image I'm inserting to do some automatic things that I really don't care for, so I gotta fix it. All I need to do is move the cursor away from that spot so it stops automatically clinging to the cursor. Okay, let's make sure that looks good.
What is that?
Same bat you used on Jiggly.
What are you gonna? Oh, no! Stop it! No! Oh, Kami.
Alright, just gonna clip this out.
Oh, Kami.
Drag this down here. Almost done with this now. We've come to the end of the video. And this is the last one. Okay, and with that, the reaction is finished. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this all the way back to here, where I paused the video. And this time, I really am just gonna cut everything to let it all sync up properly. So I'm just gonna hit cut here and let this all jump back together.
Not gonna lie.
And at this point, I want Cell to come back to where he was before. If I hit default, yes, if I hit default, it'll just jump right back to where it was before I gave it a preset. And that's what I want him to do. And just jumping is fine for now.
Not gonna lie. Not surprised. Cell often gets...
Got a little bit more clipping to do here. No big deal. Not there. Here. There's an undo button up here in case you really screw something up. Usually, it can fix anything. Occasionally, I've found it doesn't work. So do not rely on the undo button. Do your best not to make mistakes in the first place.
That was me. I would have obliterated him.
Get an angry face in here.
I would have obliterated him.
We are very near the end. You can see the end is coming up right here. So we've made it, Buu Beans. We're almost done with this guy.
I would have obliterated him. But then again, what was your favorite part? Don't forget to like and leave a comment. Every time you do both, YouTube shows our videos to more of the internet.
Here's one last outburst from Cell.
Don't forget it.
Get that angry boy.
See you guys.
And I'm actually going to replace this with a different Cell image. Let's just lift that sucker out and get the one that I want. This is the one that I want. And let's just pop him in there, right in the same spot. Don't need to change anything. And I'm gonna go ahead and give him a fade out filter. And I'm gonna give this video a fade out filter. And this one I want to be 2 seconds. And let's see if this fade out works how I want it to.
See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Excellent, no problems. Gonna go ahead and save that. And at this point, I go through the video and I double check to make sure there are no errors that I can find on my own. And then I start to compile the video. We do that by going up here to export, and we come down here and click on YouTube, and then export file. It'll confirm the location of the save file on my computer, and then after I click OK, it'll start exporting, and that will come out over here. And it will tell you how long it's going to take. It'll estimate a certain number of minutes. For a video that's 5 minutes and 30 seconds long like this one, I would say the compiling could take as long as 10 minutes to 30 minutes. It depends on how my computer's feeling and how many different elements, functions, and components that I've got going on in a singular video. I've had really long videos that are like 13, 15 minutes long that only took about 25 minutes to compile because there wasn't really much going on there. Also, if you're just editing a raw video file and cutting out the mistakes and you're not adding anything to it, it can compile in a couple minutes. So it really just depends on the complexity of what you're working on to determine how long it takes to export the file into MP4 or what is this? Yeah, MP4. Alright, and I'm gonna skip that part for you guys. And we're going to call this tutorial video here while I check to see what kind of mistakes that I've made. And I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye-bye, Buu Beans!